Bethany with Girl Defined Ministries, and we are going to be giving advice.
Guys and girls are different.
We know guys and girls are different.
They're just different completely.
No doubt about it. Guys and girls are
Did
different.
you by any chance think what
They
Kimberly
got
You shouldn't sit through a date with a guy.
Back in the day, back in high school, we were totally obsessed with guys.
advice? We met.
Right.
Just being
And I think a lot.
Good evening, gentlemen. Last week we started our series called The Waiting, where we're going to be talking in depth about where we are in our pursuit and desire for love. Proverbs 13:12 says, "Hope deferred makes the heart sick, but a desire fulfilled is a tree of life." In other words, it's hard to delay something that you hope for. And something that you want really, really deeply, right? But if you can come to see that desire fulfilled in the right way, it brings you life. I'm gonna cut straight to it tonight. You guys are crazy about sex. You've got more sexual urges than at any other point in your life. And it's more accessible to you now in your generation than ever before. You guys can access pornography on your phones. There is all kinds of pornographic content on TikTok and on Instagram. There's OnlyFans and Tinder and music and media in general. Recent study published said that an average teenage boy thinks about sex more than 25 times a day, which is a ton considering that they only think about food 18 times a day. Sex is on your minds. It's all over your world, and the opportunity for you to compromise your physical purity is immense. There's no two ways about it. There's no hiding it. The Bible teaches us that as a Christian, you are in union with Jesus, right? You are one with him. Jesus says, "I am the vine and you are the branches." Right? We are to abide in him. As Christians, Jesus dwells and lives inside of us, right? You are one with him. Let's look at it this way. Let's say this glass of yellow water is you, and this glass of blue water is Jesus. So this is you before you put your faith in Jesus and begin a relationship with him. But when you put your faith in Jesus and asked him in to live in your heart, here's what happened. You became a new creation. And just like this water is turning green, now you are one with him. Notice that there's no more distinction between yellow and blue. You're green. You are new in Christ. Now notice this. I can't remove the yellow and blue water. I can't possibly separate these two colors. That's what your life is like. You can't possibly do anything apart from Jesus. Every moment of every day, he is living within you. You are in an intimate, inseparable relationship with him. He isn't just with you at church or in home group. He is with you and will be in you always. Now let's bring that back to physical purity. Let's say you're in a relationship with someone and you're facing the temptation of sexual immorality. You wonder, how far can I go? Is this really a big deal? Does this hurt anyone if we do this? We begin to reason with ourselves and act as if the sexual immorality isn't going to affect our relationship with the Lord, when in reality, it does. Here's how Paul would respond to you. You can't engage in sexual immorality without affecting your union with Jesus. You can't pour this red water in without mixing it up with the green water. It will absolutely change the mixture. Fellas, I'm well aware of the fact that you struggle with physical sexual sins. Y'all are tempted to cross the line, and many of you already have. If you haven't yet, I'm proud of you, and I want you to stay that course. But I want you to know that for most of you, this is something that you're going to have to actively struggle and fight against every day for the rest of your life. It's not easy, but it's a normal part of the way that God created most men. God created sex, and he designed it to be enjoyed between one man and one woman within the bounds of marriage, all right? When you get on your phone and you look at pornography, when you lock your door and masturbate, when you stay up late and ask a girl to send you nudes, when you sweet talk your girlfriend and tell her she's pretty so that she'll open up to you for sexual favors, you have crossed that physical line. And anytime you do that, you've contaminated that union that you have with Jesus by committing sexual immorality. We have this perception in our heads that somehow it's not going to affect our spiritual selves, but that is an absolute lie. Your relationship with Jesus is deeply affected by sexual sin. In your small groups tonight, I want to encourage you to be vulnerable about the temptations that you might be experiencing with sexual immorality. I'll be the first to admit that not only is everyone a sexual sinner, but I am too. Your leaders are ready to receive you with grace and with love, just as Jesus receives you by washing you clean of all sin and giving you a love that's far greater than anything else you can enjoy on this earth. No one can heal a sick heart better than Jesus. Enjoy your group.